Hey, greetings everyone. We are back for another live here. Not going to keep you too long today. Just thinking about some things, reflecting on the year, and it's been a great year, and we've had a lot of successes and a lot of losses. A lot of folks passed away again this year. Father-in-law, and a lot of different people. It's touched a lot of lives out here. Greetings, Imani. You're one of the first folks on. Always appreciate it. So the title of this one is "You Have to Be a Priest of Your Own Health." That's one of the things I tell all my patients. Most of my patients are like me. I'm 41 now. Most of my patients are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, even some 80s. But yeah, like when we look at the course of our lives, like for upbringing, at least speaking for myself, my mother, she always cooked home cooked meals, but growing up in the late 70s and 80s, even into like the 90s, I didn't always eat so healthy, didn't always have a healthy lifestyle, just had what they call like the standard American diet. One of my favorite foods growing up was cheese doodles and hot dogs and hamburgers and pizza and Twinkies and Yodels and what is that? Chocolate files, chocodills, or whatever, those like chocolate covered Twinkies, whatever it is, and quarter waters and 50-cent juices and 50-cent cookies. Just all this kind of really almost, you can say almost like hood food. And as I got into my teenage years, my mother became a lot more health conscious. Even when I was younger in the 80s, my mother was taking vitamins and all of that stuff. Yeah, Marv, right? Egg foo young, chicken wings and french fries, all of that type of stuff. And then as I got into like my teenage years, my mother, she took on like a plant-based lifestyle, becoming vegetarian. So she stopped cooking a lot of the stuff in the house and started bringing in spirulina. I'm talking about like 91, 92, bringing in spirulina to the house and becoming a lot more, yeah, right, not the Twinkies, you can't do them Twinkies and cheese doodles. Yeah, becoming a lot more health conscious, and she didn't force anything on me. And then when I got to college, I got a lot more into like herbal medicine, drinking herbal teas, studying like metaphysics and all of that, meditating. And after I graduated undergrad, I went straight into Pacific College of Oriental Medicine, where I started my official studies, my professional studies with traditional Chinese medicine and all of that. And so now in my private practice, folks are looking to get some health guidance. And like I was saying, in childhood and our teenage years, we do all sorts of junk. In our 20s, a lot of times we still feel invincible. And then, in the last like 15, 20 years, health and all has become a lot more, I guess you could say, in style. It's not even like a fad anymore. Folks are really recognizing staying healthy, especially as we get a little bit older. Our bodies don't recover like they used to. Before we might twist a little ankle or hurt our back, and a couple weeks later we feel better. Now I have patients that hurt their back when they were 16, 17. Now they're 35, and those pains are still coming back. And so with that, I tell people, you have to be a priest of yourself. You just can't do the things that you used to do, that we used to do. Like, this is the holiday season. Thanksgiving just passed, and Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa and the New Year celebration are all coming up. And it's a time, folks, they go out, a lot of office parties, a lot of cake and cookies, a lot of food. And so folks are eating a lot more things than they normally do. And then they feel the repercussions. Folks go to a party and they know that they're lactose intolerant, or they know that they don't want to eat certain things, and they'll have like that one piece of cheesecake or that extra piece of pie and cake and a couple coquitos and all of that stuff, and next thing you know, their stomach is tore up. You know, they run into the bathroom. They split wide open. They wake up the next day with their stomach, you know, they bent over. Their stomach is hurting. They're on the toilet. You know, gas, diarrhea, constipation, all sorts of stuff. And then they go to have a New Year's resolution to lose weight and stuff like that. But yeah, we just, like I said, we have to be a priest of yourself. We just can't do those things. You have to maintain, and when I say a priest of yourself, the same way like a priest has a certain level of discipline that they take, a certain level, like a holy man, a holy woman. You know, one of the things that you see is a certain amount of discipline that they have. They just don't do certain things, maybe because they took a vow. But, you know, we have to really take a vow for the rest of our lives. Like I say, most of us are 30 years old now, 40, 50s, 60s, so on and so forth. Yeah, exactly. Jay Quick, you know, we gotta go, you know, but we don't want to go today. Like I've heard all the time, like, you don't know what can happen. You could walk outside and get hit by a truck. Yeah, I'm really not planning on going outside, and really not counting on going outside and getting hit by a truck and all of that sort of thing. And so you have to really be responsible and you know, make the right decisions around diet. You know, at this point, pretty much all my friends on here are very well educated, very intelligent people. And at this point, you know, I trust, and almost making the assumption, they say don't assume, but making the assumption that just making the assumption that folks are well read. You know, we all know that we need to be juicing. We all know that we need to be eating more fruits and vegetables. Last time I was talking about drinking water, in terms of the amount of water that you want to drink is at least half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 180 pounds, you want to be drinking at least 90 ounces of water, which is about 3 liters of water a day. Also, you know, after like diet, you also want to get into like your herbs, you know, herbal medicine. Herbs are what we call the forgotten foods. Herbs are those parts of plants that we don't normally eat. You know, herbs are like the bark and the berry, the seed, the skin, roots, and they have like a certain program. So instead of running first to the pharmaceutical drugs, and most of the pharmaceutical drugs are actually compounded in the laboratory based off of a natural compound. They'll take, like I say, a natural herb and then isolate what they find to be like the active compound and reproduce that. But of course, it's not balanced as it is in nature, and there are all sorts of side effects. You know, you listen to the commercials and it's like side effects include lymphoma, I saw one said side effects include like suicidal thoughts. Like you don't, when someone's depressed and then the side effect of their medication is suicidal thoughts. That's crazy. So we want to get back to like the herbs and the herbal remedies as that forgotten part of the diet. We want to exercise. You know, folks, we're still you know, we're mammals. We're still animals. We have to exercise our bodies. So instead of driving everywhere, you may want to, you know, park the car and walk to the supermarket and carry your bags, as opposed to having everything delivered or driving everywhere. You know, I know at times I felt lazy where something is 5 blocks away or 10, 20 blocks away, a mile away, and I'm like, let me just drive over there. Where back in the day, before I was driving, you know, I walked everywhere. I used to troop everywhere around the city, take public transportation. And so, yeah, we want to, you know, exercise. We want to hit that gym. You want to do your calisthenics, your push-ups, your sit-ups, your squats. Like I say, walking, just getting some exercise, so on and so forth. Another big thing is, you know, our mental health, our thought process. One of the things that you will see, I'm pretty sure, will be coming the next thing will be like the meditation. You know, you want to start meditating before you get out of bed in the morning. Take the time to just sit there, you know, sit there with your legs crossed, sit against the wall, sit at the edge of the bed, and take your time to just take a few breaths, take like 10 breaths, and really just settle your mind. You know, I wake up and I consider myself pretty clear-minded, and I sit up in the morning and I'm like, there's so many things going through my head first thing in the morning before I get started. It helps me to be a lot more patient with my family, with my wife, with my son who's 5. He has tons of energy. And then when I just calm my mind in the morning, you may find that that'll be helpful for you too. A lot of folks that are, some of the folks out here that are most successful, when you listen to them being interviewed, they'll tell you they spend an hour and a half, 2 hours every day in the morning before they even leave the house, to take the time to meditate and take care of themselves before they even go into the world. And so, that's pretty much it. Like I say, we have to have a lot of discipline. We want to live long, strong lives. Make the right choice around what you're eating, what you're drinking, sugar intake. Sugar, salt. Those are like the 2 main flavors that we all are kind of raised, at least here. And we gotta you want to get in those different flavors: the bitter, the sour. What'd you miss? You missed everything. Interfied. I'm about to wind it up. You have to catch it on the replay. But we're talking about being a priest of self. You already know. I've known you through the health circles, big bruh, Interfied, for about almost 20 years now. Dealing with, correct diet, health is wealth. Liberation through purification. That's the motto of Queen of Four, one of my mentors. And so, here also, here's my plug. I'm a health professional. I'm a actually doctoral candidate. Add that to my resume. Hopefully, God willing, next year I'll be done with that whole process with my doctorate. And I have my private practice, New York Sports Acupuncture. I'm a professional, specialist in pain relief and sports medicine acupuncture. I'm here in Brooklyn on St. John's, between Bedford and Rogers, right here in St. John's. I specialize in getting rid of back pain and knee pain. And folks just like you, pretty much every week I work to open up about 3 slots for free freedom from back pain evaluation. In there we'll discover the root cause of any pain that you have, uncover any blockages that are stopping you from healing, and create an action plan. You'll leave feeling re-energized, rejuvenated, and ready to take care of your health once and for all. So yeah, come on in for your free evaluation. You can go right to my website, www.newyorksportsacupuncture.com, or call my answering service at 888-375-5444 to get some professional help. This is what I do all day, every day. I have about 18 years of clinical practice, treated thousands of people and thousands more acupuncture treatments, and like I said, about 17 years of clinical practice. So come on in and, let's take a look at your health goals. Let's take a look at what you want to achieve, or even inbox me. We can have a discussion offline so that we can all, get on that right path and around our health, so that we can be here for ourselves, for our families. A lot of us are married, have children, young children, older children, grandchildren for some folks, and we want to be around to enjoy the fruits of our labor. We've been spending, I know amongst a lot of my folks, we've been spending 10, 20 years, grinding, working to get our careers launched. And so, we want to be able to enjoy the fruits of our labors. So, again, that's it, folks. Thank you for your time. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Peace.